And we do typically start seated, so that's where I will meet you in just a moment. Do you like your legs folded under you instead of crossed sometimes? Feel free. Be aware of the rectangle of your mat and just try to be in that space right now. Bring yourself right in there. And mindfully attend to your body for a moment, checking in with the fold of your legs. Everything okay? Add a little downward energy with the hands on the legs. From the downward energy, there's a return of upward energy, a rising energy. Sit tall. Close your eyes and just feel a gentle, slow lengthening of your spine. Take a deep breath and notice your rib cage, especially at the top. And then exhale, feel your shoulders rest upon the ribs. Coming to the design of our bodies, that central channel where the main energy flows. Keep it aligned and centered. We need to relax our shoulders down to our hands. Thinking of everything above your shoulders reaching up towards the sky. And below your shoulders reaching towards the earth. So get a little stretch in there. It makes your neck reach a little longer, rounded and long. Take another breath. Use your nose if you haven't already developed that rhythm through the nose. Hear the sound, gently swirl. Exhale slowly, controlling the exhale. Without opening your eyes, let your hands fall into each other lightly. Marvel at the miracle of all the bones and joints. And gently lift your heart center with your thumbs, the very skin of your center chest. Feel it draw your shoulder blades down and pick up your elbows. Press the hands evenly into each other. Close or relax your eyes, very soft. Gentle awakening in the core, in the belly. Toning the navel area in and up. Toning the 4 points of your seat towards the middle and up. Sitting bone, tailbone, pubic bone. Draw up, gather up the center like a flame. Breathe in deeply. Stay in that exhale and the vibration till it's empty. Then open up your eyes with your inhale energy and release out your hands. Give them a little stretch. Relax your hands, curl your fists, bring them down, stretch the back of your wrists. Take a breath. Everything connected. And release your hands nice and open, ready for practice. Lean back, balance on your sacrum, and draw in your feet. Use your hands. Curl yourself in, little length in the spine, sit up tall. And then change sides, come out, bring it in. Use hands, sit tall. Little finesse with the balance. And again, this time come out, find a boat that works. Rest your feet together, no matter if your legs are bent or straight or down. And go back to your first cross in and come in without your hands. Pull in, pull in. And then just bring the legs down and come to forward fold. We'll go up, take a pause before the other side. Just lengthen out the low back. Back to the hip stretch. Head down. Find your broad shoulders with the hands out in front, a little wider than the shoulders. If you roll to the pinky side of your hands, you'll externally rotate your shoulders. So just feel that broadness. And then from your elbows down, bring your thumbs back to the earth. So just use your forearms to bring your hands back, shoulders broad. One more deep breath with that preparation for downward facing dog position in the body. And then let an inhale draw you up, find your balance. Come out for boat pose, second one. So support with your hands if you need to, work with yourself. Do low boat if you want to. 5 breaths. Draw up on your whole body. And be very compassionate. Listen if it's straining anything other than your belly. And then cross in your other ankle in front. Pull in without using your hands if possible. Just try to recreate that smallness. And then bring down your legs and forward fold once again. Like child's pose. Just bow into the earth. Weaken your back. Calm your mind. Breathe into the subtle differences between the sides of the body when you change the cross. And also observe again the arms and hands and that external shoulder rotation. Grounding the thumbs, use the forearms. That's our downward dog shoulder position. And take one more. Breath out, savor, linger. It's a nice opportunity for breath and body to take that time. When the inhale comes, rise up. Make sure your legs are comfortable, long and relaxed belly. Come around for a bow version twist. So both hands in fists, thumbs on the outside. Pull it, and squeeze your fists. You really want to activate. Imagine the actual bow and how hard it is to pull a bow. Add the look back, strong belly, deep breathing. So you don't squeeze your hand so much that you hurt yourself with your fingernails. Just hold back from any pain, just to squeeze. With your next breath, give it a little bit more energy, like you're getting ready. And with the exhale, let go your breath and your hands. Come back to center. Lean back to heart lift pose. The hands have an outward spiral energy that stretches the front of your shoulders, where we tend to be tight and short. So breathe into this front shoulder chest zone as you hug your elbows together behind you. 4, gaze at your nose, and 5. Upright again. So we have gentle Uddiyana Bandha and twist, very, very light, letting the belly relax so that it follows the bones as we twist. Bow twist. Take up your bow, close your eyes, imagine how hard it is to stretch the bow back. Turn your eyes and your face and breathe 5. So we're not aggressive with this squeezing, we just have a nice activating, we feel strong. Using the muscles. One more time, energize it a little more, add a little more look back. When you breathe out, let go. Breath in hands. Come back to center. Back to high lift pose. Release out your legs, keep your toes on the floor. And then bring your legs in, transition to standing up. So this is the jumping back work where we learn to transition from one place to another. So bring your feet in close, move your hands in front so they feel powerful, like your plank position hands, and shift to your knees. Bring your head forward, it's nice and heavy, and bring your legs back through. So transition, rise up a moment, ground the tops of your feet, find your kneeling foundation, and spiral, figure 8 your wrists A few times, come down to the earth. Tuck yourself up in the downward facing dog. Remember that shoulder position, hand position. And flow out to plank pose. Lift up your balls of your feet and back to downward dog. And it's okay if your proportions are different than usual. Like I'm in a short plank because my downward dog is there. For the next one, try to either get shorter or longer with your downward dog. And then try coming into the plank and back, just playful. Use your whole body. Warm up your body. And then settle back to downward dog. Favorite foot position. Head down. We meditate upon the entire experience of this shape. Use just enough effort. Balance structure and softness. And take one more exhale. Keeping the hips piked up high, the low belly in, tiptoe up towards your hands, and then bring your heels down and fold forward. Wherever your hands reach, remember that, however much your knees bend, okay. Thinking about standing up, give a little bend to your knees. Bring your torso up, press your palms, and then really use your legs to stand. Find your shoulders on top of ribs position for a moment. Stand into Tadasana, mountain, arriving. Earth energy coming in the roots of the big toes. And keeping your shoulders down, take your arms up, upward hand pose, Urdhva Hastasana, shoulders down. Tone in the low belly. So you want to be able to create peace in this pose. Ground your front ribs down and together so you anchor your front body so you don't just use your front body to reach up. Try to lengthen your back body too. And just one more breath. Exhale slowly to your forward fold and bend your knees, tip your pelvis, and then let the legs straighten. Take 5 breaths. Your choice where your hands are. Patiently, truthfully working right where you are today. Do your best and take complete care of yourself. Breathing out. Ardha Uttanasana is this halfway lift position. Come for 5. Bring your hands up a little higher on your legs. Reach your heart and the top of your head forward. So your neck is long. That's probably 3 breaths worth of talking. And 4, nose gaze, soften what you can. One more time. Bend your knees, bring down your hands into that power position, readiness. Shift weight forward towards the hands a little bit, balls of the feet. Stay for 5. Press the earth. Using strength of legs and belly. Don't forget your bandhas. And then from this forwardness, take back your right leg and then your left. Come to plank pose. And try to level out. So fine if your knees come down. Or if you need to pick up and reset your hands. Fine tune and then hold steady. Patiently meditating upon Palakasana. What is it teaching you? What is it asking you? You don't have to answer any questions. But just let yourself be open to what it brings. Bring down your knees wide, untuck your toes. Pull back to Balasana, just unload your hands and arms, relax down. The wide knees, allowing the low back and hips to stretch and a little less pressure on the knees. Here's one of the places where you can have that experience of letting your energy balance your heart by your heart going faster when you're working hard, and then slowing it back down when you are holding still. Get in touch with your physical heart beating. And then pull up to the plank foundation again for upward facing dog. Make sure your hands are comfortable first. Strong straight arms, like you're pushing yourself out of the side of the pool. Press your arms strong and straight and ease your belly forward. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit if you need space. Move your knees if you don't have enough room. And gaze down at your nose. Try to relax. Patient with the knees down version if you don't usually have the knees down. Or whatever you need to be patient with. One more exhale. Release carefully to tabletop, wide child's pose, and downward dog. So that move I just used to come to downward dog is part of that jumping back. I'll have to revisit that. Three, head hanging free. Open hands and feet. Let your neck be long. One more time, breathe out. This time, instead of the high hips coming forward, bend your knees and load that spring of your legs. Let's try that 5 times. Bend your knees, hips back, and then straight legs. 3, 4, the legs are strong. And 5. Downward dog. And now try to bend knees, look between your hands, and hop or step. Just use that as a launch. Stand up when you get there. Widen your feet if you need to. Breathe out all the way up. And exhale, arms slow down by your sides. Take a free breath with all of that information. Breathe very slowly in. And very slowly out. A little bit at a time. Classical sun salutation. Cross your thumbs, fingers wide. Reaching up and going back. Lift your whole rib cage like upward hand pose, and then press your pelvis forward, go back. Whatever it is for you, that back is. Take your feet a little wider if you like. Take 2 more breaths, explore. And then use a strong belly to come up and slowly transition to the other direction and take another full breath. Bend your knees to bring your hands down. Take your right leg back to Anjaneyasana. Come down to the lunge with the knee down. Have a moment to cushion your knee if you need. And staying in preparation to begin. Shoulders down. The hand on the other side of your body on top. Find your steady gaze in your breath. And attention to your foundation. One more breath. Feel that grounding energy of your knee, your foot, your other foot. Then inhale, take up the arms, keep the hands stacked, reach up alongside your ears vigorously, spread your fingers, and ease down. 5, 4, just the right amount of knee coming forward for your hips. 3, bring your shoulders down. 4, 5. Slowly and carefully release all of those actions and bring back your front leg. Knees, chest, and chin. It's I struggle with this one, but it is sequentially knees, chest. It's a a bit of an interesting project to find the best place for your hands to be wide enough to do that push-up. So carefully try to find these chest and chin. And come out sooner if you need to. Just stretch your legs out, punch your belly. I don't know why my feet are up. I need a teacher for that pose. Okay, come on down to your belly. Slide your hands down alongside your waist, lower than cobra for locust pose. And create a long neck. Gently squeeze your glutes, activating your leg muscles and your hip muscles. And quiet your mind, quiet eyes. Focus on your nose, your breath. And with an inhalation, lift your legs up straight off the floor. Just enough so you feel lightly challenged. And then you may lift your chest a little bit more as well. But focus on leaning forward in the pose and lifting the legs. The hands press into the earth and back towards your hips. You can almost push yourself forward in the pose by pressing back. 3, 2, give it nice energy and strength. And exhale, come down, release. Press back to downward facing dog for 5 breaths. 1. One more breath. Exhalation. Use the uplift in your belly to help you step your right leg forward, bringing the back knee down on Anjaneyasana, second side. Rise up into your low lunge and bring your opposite hand on top. Shoulders rest on the ribs. Guide your knee forward. Touch the earth with your feet and your knee, maybe your shin. With your eyes, let your eyes be downward. Do you need a little tail tuck energy in this back bend? So we're bringing the pelvis into an extension, the spine. And 5, up we go. Keep the hands energized, reach to the fingers. Up along the ears, shoulders are down, gaze down as well. For 1, 2, exhale once more. And release this pose, coming to standing forward fold. And breathing out. Rise up, bend or straight legs, cross your thumbs, step your feet a little wide, up, and exhale back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lead with your heart, come up, head last, and release down your arms into the sides. Exhale, finish your free breath. Bend your knees, step to the right side of your neck. Turn out your toes and knees towards the corners and start flowing from side to side. One leg spot lunge with the flow. Wherever your hands feel most useful. Just warming up, checking in, make sure you have a nice length between your feet to activate your inner legs when the leg straightens out. Let's add a reach out option. Reach out as far as you can, press up and come out other side. So try to have a little fun with it, no judging. Just playful touch, one more each way. And then release up to center and swing out your heels. Wide as you like to go. Find your wide spreading pose. Reach out your arms, breathe in. Breathe out, leave your fingers behind your back in the most natural way. Bring them together. Bring the heels of the hands into, give a gentle squeeze. Draw your hands down and tuck your chin towards your chest. Just the right amount. Breathe and observe your body. Exhale. Bring your head back to its position on top of your spine. Breathe in again. Breathe out, lead with your heart. Bend your knees if you need to. Otherwise, keep them a little soft and come to your wide standing forward fold. Bravely bringing your head towards the floor. And then if it feels good in your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades. Soften the shoulder joint and bring your arms overhead. Try to relax your feet. Trust they're spreading. Breathe 5 times. Keep a little uplift in your face. Keep your face peaceful with a light, light smile. Just letting those smile muscles lightly activate. One more breath out. And lead with your hands. Use your whole body. Come up and pause. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Just casually standing with your legs really wide. Carefully lift your head to center your left shoulder. Challenges your brain every time you do something a little differently. Coming back to center with your head, work your feet in close enough so you have your power to step out back to the top. Right side triangle pose and step out, turn your toes to the back of the mat, angle your other foot, reach your arms, breathe in. Over and down, breathe out. So you can take more time to come in if you need it, or come in sooner if you already know the pose. And I'm counting for 5. Use this exhale at the end to anchor in your low belly. Come up and change to the other side. Just use that one breath in to change your feet. Use the exhale to slowly come over. You build strength as you come in. Slowly down wherever you touch, toe, foot, ankle, shin, wherever. Scan to see where you can soften and hold steady. Breathe out one more time, navel in. Breathe in, come up, back over to the right side. Warrior V, add your knee over ankle, come out. Spread it out into your lunge, reaching front and back with the arms. And stay facing the side today, just for curiosity, without turning your head towards your front hand. 4, 5, other side, press off, turn feet, keep arms reaching, bend your knee, you can check your knee with your eyes if you need to, or just feel it, and keep your face and neck just facing where your chest is. Shaking up our patterns a little bit. Exhale. Lean and reach, Utthita Parsakonasana. Shoulder off the ear. Come to the floor if you would like, or stay on your bent leg. Really use your back foot. Don't strain your neck. You have an intention reaching towards that hand that's in the air. Whether your eyes are down or there. One more exhale over to the other side. So the inhale energy up, maybe even suspending that inhale, and then exhale over and down when you're ready. Have a moment to refine, shoulder down, neck comfortable, and then take 5 breaths. This is a big, strong pose in my experience. We do it every day and it remains challenging. And last breath, give it the energy you got. And then support yourself as you come on out, stretch your arms wide, step your feet in, back to your home base, to your mountain roots. How does your body feel? Pause, close your eyes. Feel your energy. Strong and open, empowered, grounded, excited a little bit. Just taking a little time to be with that. How does that part of the practice make you feel? Moving on from intermission. Let's do Utkatasana, feet hip distance apart. Come back into that squat position we did briefly earlier. And come up and down 5 times. Just a little pulse. Wherever your hands feel supportive. Wherever your torso is comfortable. Lift up your toes for the last one. Up and down nice and low. Bring down your toes. And then tip into forward fold, yogi's choice for 5 breaths, starting after we prepare a moment. And 1. Don't hold back. Let your forehead come as close to your legs as it will, and that's the perfect amount. Let the breath really slow down, taking 2 more very slow. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. One more exhale, flowing away, bringing your hands to the earth. Practicing that knee bend, tipping forward towards the hands. Just carefully explore a little forwardness. Have your elbows hugging in, your hands spiraling out. So you're ready to come back to your plank or your chaturanga. One more breath, just play coming to the balls of your feet a little bit. Turn on your bandha, so tone in your low belly. Keep your eyes a little forward on the floor and take your legs back, whichever one you want first. You can jump if you feel it. Just popping your legs back is a great place to start. Come to side plank on the right. Your own favorite, you can bring down your knee. And then if you optionally would like to lower your hips and lift them up a few times, only if it feels okay, your shoulder and everything. One more breath of energy. Other side. 1. Start doing that hip dip down a little bit if you want. Keep your arms straight. 3, 4, and 5. Let it go. Wide knees, draw back. Threading the needle with the right arm coming through with the palm facing up. Use your other hand. So bring it into a place where it is strong and helpful, close to your head. Bring your head lightly down. Bring your feet together. Draw up your low belly. And you are in control here. Where your hips are in space, let that be where it feels good to you. Pressing the left hand into the earth, you may encourage your twist, if it feels positive, to revolve your spine by bringing your face more towards the sky. Just carefully releasing tension along the shoulders and neck. Your body's just trying to figure out where you are in space right now. And take one more breath. Carefully roll your head back to above your ear and come out. Rise up for a moment in your Neil Diamond pose, finding balance. If you'd like to do a little up and back, you may, challenging the balance with the wide knees. So you may just reach up and then back. And you're going to come up with your head last. If you've gone back with your head, lead with your heart, head last. Release. And down. Relax. Threading needle second side. So your hips can come up or stay down. I kind of like a middle hip position. Make sure your right hand is strong, bending the elbow. Come through with your other arm carefully lowered. So you might not even be on your shoulder, or you're on the back of your shoulder and arm. You're on your skull above your ear. And from there, you can explore rolling towards the back of the skull by pressing your hand. Bring your toes together. Soften what you can now and breathe 5. Learning to be aware of your body no matter what position it's in. Can't see your toes, but you could still bring them together. And take just one more breath. When the exhale is complete, carefully use a slow inhalation to come up and out. And let's come out to the belly. So pop up to plank, lower down through chaturanga, hugging in the elbows. You can start with knees down. Release to your belly. Bring your legs together and roll over onto the right side of your body, finding balance in the new position. Making sure your head and shoulder and arm are comfortable there. You could use a blanket instead, or in addition. And let's do a front body opening yin yoga pose. Cat pulling tail. Your top leg will come in front of you in some way. Just comfortable and relaxed. We're going to reach the top arm up. Get your hand ready and open. Bend your bottom knee. So you're going to try to find the top of your foot or your ankle. And then holding on to your foot, just let yourself roll towards the back of your body to any degree. Top leg, refine it. If you need support under it, you can do that. Just take a few moments to check in, make sure you feel okay. You don't need to change anything. You could stay here for a minute. And then close your eyes and let everything soften. Relax every muscle. The weight of your foot and your hand balancing each other, so there's no need to really hold on or squeeze. They just rest together. But possibly I know everyone has their own experiences, so I respect and honor what your experience is. Letting go as much as you can. Let the light of the sun surround you as it is. Just be aware of that through your closed eyes. Be aware that you are surrounded by light. And perhaps you are a source of light yourself. Letting that sun energy in your own body radiate. Maybe a little belly breathing as you relax. You can let go of your bandhas for sure and let your belly move with your breath. In a really relaxed way. When we practice these different kinds of breathing, our brain learns it, and we say belly breath, and we don't have to do a whole lot. Our brain will say, okay, I'm doing belly breath now. And you can just be there with the prana and the sensations. Taking a little bit more time here. Continue to drop in, soften. And then slowly begin the process of letting go in your own way. Just let it go, let yourself release. Come to your back or your belly. Just do something that feels good for yourself for a moment. You're fine, relax. Yogi's choice. And keeping that quietness in the theme to come to the other side. So we started on the belly and then roll to the side with the legs together, creating a support under your head and neck with your arm or additional cushioning. Just balance on the side body with least effort. It's a nice place to observe Uddiyana Bandha. Just lovingly place your hand just below your navel and just try to have a sense of coming into the body lightly there. So there's a stillness in the low belly and pelvis, very low. The breath is free above it. And just be aware of it for one more breath, maybe feeling the energy of Mula Bandha as well. They are connected to each other. And then relax those first before we take the yin pose. So soften pelvic floor, soften belly. Let it relax, give the belly a breath. And then begin positioning your top legs. We're coming into that cat pulling tail pose, second side, yin pose, top leg where you want it. Reach up your top arm and bend your bottom knee. So you bring your hand and foot together in some way, or your ankle, wherever you can catch. And you can use a strap to lengthen if you need it. And just make sure that your foot can rest or your leg can rest comfortably into your fingers, and you can relax your arm and your shoulder. And then if you want to roll towards the back of your body some, you may, and you can reposition your top foot. So just come into a position in the pose where you feel you can relax. You feel something interesting possibly. And stillness. Remember, you can refine and adjust if you need to. Continuing to meditate upon stillness. Brain giving the belly breath freedom. And just a little longer. Nice to know that where you are with time. Nice to have a little transition where you can enjoy the last little bit here. And in that space, you can just start the process. What's going to move first? Where are you going to go? Just let it evolve. Just let it organically happen. Wherever you want to go with your body to counter pose, just keep it kind of chill. Two more breaths. Transitioning to your seat. If you want to stay more chill with it, you can. You can stay chill and go through an up, down dog as well. So I bringing my hands by my chest and activating my legs like locust pose and bringing them together. So they're active and ready. They're a big part of this. We're going to press our arms straight and come up to upward facing dog. So determination. Peel up your belly, extend your arms, draw your legs forward to any degree and roll your shoulders back. And then flipping over the feet as you pike your hips up into the air, turn your toes over one at a time, press back, long spine, take an extra breath. And then coming through to sit down. So it's just like coming out of our downward dog to standing. We want to get our feet forward and then cross them and then carefully use the legs, and that maybe not that straightforward. Come through to sit down. So we need to have space. We'll keep working on it. Come through, be where you are. Sit in your seated mountain staff pose. Right back into your meditative state. And then mindful drawing in, take hold of your ankles, bring your knees apart and try to relax from your hip down towards the earth, your hips. Where do your hands feel good today? And lean your spine straight forward a little bit, leading with your heart. Really dropping into the experience of your body. The feet open like a book to release the hips so that the feet are mirrored. Start at the hips, come on down, and the feet try to open. And take one more very slow breath. Right where that edge, where you really can't go anymore, but you can stay a little soft. And then breathe in and come up, closing your knees together and coming to your back. One more up, down if you want. Just come to your back. Adding these in as an option if you have the energy for it. And again, So you're going to curl in and squeeze in, cross your ankles, come through, and then lie down straight legs if possible. Taking a moment to arrive in your back body. Knees bent so you can relax. Check in with your central channel. Finding the heaviness of the head centered. Learning to ground in the back of the skull, like let your brain feel grounded for a moment. Just ground through the back of your skull. Physical brain, earth. And the sacrum. Ground your sacrum. Back of your pelvis. One more breath. And then use your arms for support. You're going to do a little belly revolving to wake up our solar plexus. Bring your knees up above your hips-ish. You can really bring your knees in more if you want to. And your arms are going to be important here for support. So have them in that readiness of spreading fingers, grounding energy down. Take both these over to your right side to any degree. And rock back to your sacrum, over to the left. So feeling free to use your arms for support. Feeling free to straighten out your legs if you want. It's like drawing a rainbow when your legs are straight. And this position makes us use our abdominal muscles and not our hip flexors because of the position of the legs. Knees bent, so fine. Go back to it if you feel any strain. And back to center. You're done. Knees in, relax. Nice long neck. Gently rock on your sacrum. Make sure your neck is long. Slide a pillow underneath if you need to. Underneath. If your chin is higher than your forehead. And let's take figure 4 stretch with the right leg coming first. Carefully using the bottom leg to bring in the whole group to a nice degree for yourself today. The feet are bright. And then they can relax a bit once you're comfortably and safely in where your body feels good. Stillness. And bring your legs slowly out of this position in a way that takes care of you. And come to the other side. Where does this side want to work? Keeping the feet bright, the legs really engaged as you find your second side. Work with this side of your body right where it is. And you can relax your feet a little bit. Check in with your neck long and centered. The sides of the nose correspond with these 2 channels that run alongside the central channel, wrapping around it on its journey. And by breathing, clearing those channels in the nose, we free the central channel. Focus your breathing on your right side for a few rounds as you hold this pose in stillness. Just feel your right nostril articulate as you breathe in through it, as it listens to you. How you can bring your focus so closely to one place. One more breath in and out, that right side, your sun channel, And breathe out and release your legs. Turn on your toes. Let both legs rest over to the right side for a moment. Just doing that external, internal hip rotation and over to the other side, gently guiding with your hands today. And back to center. Let us take either legs up or Karna Pindasana. Carefully come into your plow spine, your shoulder stand position to any degree. And if you'd like, try the knees bent version where you bring your knees alongside your head or your ears. Keep your neck long. The hands come down to the earth. And be still. Deeply grounding the back of your body. Two more slow breaths. When an exhale completes itself, use your arms again here to help control. You can take your pelvis and just guide yourself down. Here lengthens the low back with the knees in and allows that stretching out to last post Shavasana. Let your hip flexors and your psoas lengthen and relax. So we spend a lot of our life with that closed. Let it be open across your front pelvis. Everything relaxed. The legs will roll out to the sides, all the way to the toes. Just using your hands for some tangible guidance there. Soft. Reach for your opposite shoulders and gently press them downward. Just let a little weight go down. Exhale once more and release your arms down. Let them unfold slowly and softly. Allow your belly to move as it wishes in your breath. If your mind wanders, come to your body. Observe the energy, the level of awareness, and sensation. Continue stillness practice. The lightest bit of breath coming in more deeply, and then let's do a few left side of the brain nose, left side of the nose breaths. Moon channel. Let your Shavasana release in an organic, personalized way. Just don't do anything sudden. Just take a few moments with the transition. Just the opening of your eyes is something to behold. And let the eyes have a softness to them that softens your entire face and your brain. Lightly lifting at the corners of your mouth to increase feelings of peacefulness. So continuing your own organic transition. Now let's breathe deeply through the central channel after working both side channels of the nose. The central channel, use both sides of your nose. Breathe in deeply 3 times and out. Really complete that exhale. Namaste. I hope you all enjoyed. I just let that flow from me today, as I often do. Let me know how the